Hi everybody, it's Joshua, and I felt really guided to share a piece of my journey with you because so many people, you can call them light workers, way showers, star seeds, are experiencing tremendous lack and limitation. Um, just the more they reach out, the less they receive, and others are receiving waves of abundance. So many of you have either heard my stories before, um, whether it's through videos or through interactions with me or through my events itself. So I just want to share with you why I'm able to be in a space of complete, pure, blind faith. And in this very moment, in the physical reality, there is no money, there is no romantic relationship, there are very few friends that I could truly just uh, go visit or they come visit me. Yes, there are people that I could call if I have a question or something. However, to say a friend that's willing to just pick me up and go somewhere, zero. They want to, but again, there's various reasons why. Or someone where I can just go say, hey, I'd like to come over, come pick me up. Again, that doesn't happen. Um, Everything in my so-called possessions, everything that I currently am in possession of, you could say, whether it's my clothes or um, material things, whatever it is, toys, I can carry either on my back or in my arms. And let me just share a part of this journey. Most likely I'll be writing a book, and I'm already told that there will be a movie coming out about my life as well. I will not share with you who will be starring in this, um, but I can say that I'm very honored to be any part of that at all. So in 2009, my life was going really, really, really far downhill. I have, let's just say, child support payments that are due, and I have a business partner who's counting on me to succeed because she invested her money into my visions and believed fully in what I am capable of achieving. And it seemed like I would study some of the greats: Napoleon Hill, Andrew Carnegie, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, Steve Jobs, um, even people like Jim Carrey and Oprah Winfrey. And I would study these successful people, and for some reason, things were not lining up for me. And I would reach out to coaches, to guides, to healers, to psychics, to mediums, and I would receive various amounts of information, and it seemed like nothing was working for me. And yet everybody else's life was improving, who I was connecting with, especially the coaches and the mentors. I would reach out to Tony Robbins coaches, the ones who are certified with Tony Robbins. Same thing. Their life would tremendously improve afterwards and say thank you for what you offered me, but yet my life was continuously spiraling out of control. And my number one focus at that time was to provide resources for my business partner and good friend at the time, for her two children to pursue their passions in life without worrying about the money or the time issue. And everything was set up for that in various ways. My other obligation and issue was the child support. Well, then I finally decided to stay in this world, and other videos can share what that's all about, in September of 2009. And all of 2010, I was taking responsibility, loving myself, forgiving others, healing as much as I could in my perception about the world that was so-called wrong or negative or bad. And I got to the point at the end of 2000, I believe 10. I'm unsure if it was 10 or 11. I got to the point at the end of the year that I said, I can't do this anymore. I believe it was 2011. I tried. I worked 15, 20-hour days, doing what everybody else is doing that is succeeding. I did everything to pay my child support. I did everything to pay my bills. Nothing was happening. At this time, I no longer felt like a deadbeat, but I felt like I tapped into something, but I didn't know what it was. I felt inner peace and harmony under my conditions, and I felt complete unconditional love for the world. And I said, even though I cannot pay my child support, even though I'm having a difficult time feeding myself, I have to bring this information out to the world. I don't know how, but it must happen. And I promised God, I promised the Creator that I would find 10,000 people to feel what I'm feeling now consistently, so that it reaches critical mass for humanity, so the rest of humanity will in time just automatically entrain to those energies. So with only one bag with some clothes in it and a phone and I think a camera and a recorder, a voice recorder, I just said, okay, God, I don't know what to do from here on out, but I'm yours. You can guide me and provide me every step of the way. And you can work with me and through me for the highest good of all. Again, at this time I was unaware of who I really am. I was unaware of my truth. I just knew I reached a place from over 35 years of pure anger, rage, frustration, sorrow, sadness, depression, guilt, struggle, everything, to even though I had hardly a single bit of material things, hardly any clothes, hardly any money. Might have had $10 at the time. Inner peace and harmony. So I was first led to one family, and I stayed there for 2 or 3 months. And I would wake up with a metal pole stuck to my throat, a little 15, 16-year-old child saying that he's going to stab me, saying that he hates me and he hates this world. And he beat me a few times, and he stole my things, and he broke my things. And again, this is all a chance for me to heal, let go, and to take full responsibility for what shows up in my life, and forgive this beautiful soul, divine soul, who forgot who they really are as well. So I was challenged with a lot of forgiveness, even though I felt inner peace for myself and the world. I no longer hated the Illuminati, the government, the families in control, the planes that are spraying the chemicals, the stuff that it's in the water, the stuff that's on TV, the stuff that's in the airwaves that we don't even, many of us are not even aware of, that is preventing us from raising our vibrations to a higher level. I felt peace above all of that. And then I reached, after many different places, again, every day I'd wake up and say, God, please provide for me in whatever way you see fit, and I am yours. Work with me and through me as an example for your love. And that was it. I didn't know where I was going to eat, what I was going to eat, how often I was going to eat, didn't know where I was going to sleep, didn't know what was going to happen to me. I just knew that my life was given to the Creator for the divine will. So then I'm staying with my brother for a short period of time and assisting him. It wasn't really assisting him so much as just staying there, and it was assisting him without him realizing it. So it was August of, I believe, 2012, where I finally said, Jason, I need to leave this place now. I need to go out on my own. I need to travel the U.S. and bring this information to more people, not just on the West Coast, but for more people. I don't know how, but somehow I have to do this. And then I said, but before I do, let me go and spend a week in Huntington Beach with what I considered at that time homeless people. I wanted to know what it was that had them experience that and what I could do to assist in changing that. And I was also assisting 2 of my friends who they were creating a group called Dreams to Reality Foundation for the Homeless, where we 3 were basically empowering, motivating, and inspiring people without homes, without hope, to come to our facility for free, to receive the resources necessary to get back on their feet and to create the reality of their dreams and to create their heaven on earth. So I was out there with a backpack. So I had some clothes. I had my phone for emergency only. I had an EBT card with about $20 on it. And I had a camera, a digital camera, and I had a voice recorder, and I had a notepad to take notes. And the very first night that we arrived, I arrived in the evening, my brother dropped me off, and as I was walking away from the car, I found a $20 bill. So already, my brother's like, okay, this is where you're meant to be. I said, yes. Night one was pretty interesting. By night 3, I realized, or let's say by night 1 or 2, I realized that I would walk up to the people without homes, and they wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't give me the time of day. They wouldn't give me anything. So then I realized I was coming at them with the understanding of I need to help them. And that's not what they needed at all. So what I did was I took a step back and said, okay, God, what do you want? How can I best assist them? Let me take myself out of the equation. And all I heard was, listen. Open up your heart and listen. So I said, okay, instead of approaching them, I will be open. And the very next day, a few of them came to me and just started talking to me. And a couple of them had changed their life. That's what they mentioned anyway. So on about midday 3, I was starting to feel really unconditional love for females with breast implants, where before I was like, oh, why would they do that? Females that have surgery on their face to look a certain way, or guys who are extremely overweight and wearing just a bathing suit at the beach, and people yelling at their children, and all these beautiful feelings of love in various ways were flowing through me. And I finally said, like I've said many times, God, please clear anyone and anything out of my life that no longer resonates with who I really am, and fill it back up with your love in whatever way you see fit. That night, everything was stolen from me, including aloe vera gel, because I was burnt. I was burnt badly. Let's just say sunburned. Before I arrived at the beach, Jason and I had a beautiful barbecue experience with some friends that we knew from childhood, and I was swimming out there at their pool, and I was really red. So I started this journey already red, hurting from the backpack, hurting from the shoulder straps, and I was like, I did my best to stay out of the sun, but it was so difficult at the beach. And I would spend my nights, because you're not allowed to stay at the beach at night, I would spend the nights under a trash can, under a big dumpster. So that was where my bed was. It was laying in the sand under a dumpster. And again, back to the chance when I said, God, take away everything that no longer serves me. Everything was taken from me. So when I woke up the next day, I had nothing but the clothes on my back. And, you know, my legs, and haha. So basically, that's all I had. That was it. The shoes that I was wearing was falling apart tremendously. They were so stinky and smelly from everything of my experience that I couldn't even take them home with me. So when I finally was picked up by my brother, his neighbor gave me a toothbrush and toothpaste and a razor, and my brother let me borrow some of his clothes. And I basically started building my life back from that. And then when my brother and I went on a 4-month journey across the U.S., spreading our wisdom, our awareness, our experiences with others, sharing our gifts of how to assist them. Again, things were taken, things were stolen, things were lost. And many times, everything from the end of, from when I left San Diego and said, okay, God, I'm yours, everything that I've ever been able to have in possession, or my material things, my clothes, it's things that I can carry with me, either on my back or my arms. And that's it, everything. If it did not fit in that way, if I couldn't carry it with me, it wasn't going. And I'm nearing the end of my almost 3-year journey of traveling the United States. This is the second time now I've traveled across the U.S. from coast to coast. 4 months with a vehicle with my brother. He was driving. But me personally, no vehicle, no driver's license, no job, no income. I left my family. Even though I really wasn't talking to them, and at that time they disowned me, I still wasn't even close enough to mend things with them. I left everything. I've sacrificed everything in many ways, more ways than I could even begin to express. People have come in and out of my life consistently. Hardly anybody has ever stayed. And I've been blamed for many things because of the light that moves through me, because of the amount of love that I have for people. Sometimes it's overwhelming. And I'm coming to the end of my, you could call it, nomadic journey, the 3-year journey. I have yet, except for maybe 1 or 2 months, even had the resources to pay for child support, even though the intentions are there. I've been wanting to get a job for a long time. That hasn't lined up. I've been wanting to build businesses for a long time, and I've put tremendous effort and energy into it. Again, hasn't lined up. So you heard at the beginning of the video where I am at this moment. I have a duffel bag. I have a, you can call it a bag that you can carry on an airplane, a carry-on bag. And I actually have a tub where I have a few books that I've accumulated over the last few months of living on the East Coast. The majority of everything that I am carrying with me that is in my current possession is less than, the majority less than 6 months old. Almost everything is less than 3 months old. A few things, a very few things, are from my time in California, which is about 3 years ago. So what separates where I am in this moment to the abundant life that I'm living? And this is, again, for you way showers, you light workers. If nothing, I've been offered many places to stay temporarily on the West Coast, and Arizona, and Colorado, New Mexico, Utah. I'm meant to be here on the East Coast. God, the Creator, the angels, the masters, they've all given me enough signs to show I'm meant to be here. So if nobody opens up their home, then I'm going to be living out of a car for any period of time up to a month, because by the end of September, I will have my own residence. This I know for sure. How do I know this? I have no money to show for this. I have no idea where this residence is going to be, except for I know it's going to be in a certain city. I have no idea how it's going to align. I just know one thing. It is so true in my heart that nobody can convince me otherwise. So much energy has been accumulated for this that I just know it with every fiber of my being. So for those who are light workers, way showers, psychics, mediums, if you're using those gifts, if you're looking to assist humanity to ascend with your beautiful gifts of futuristic knowledge and wisdom and information and energy, many of you are finding that you're moving back home, staying on someone's couch, living out of your car, struggling, doing everything possible. If anybody in this world understands what that feels like, to the greatest capacity, I understand. I understand what it feels like to have new information entering into the world through this physical body on a very tremendous scale, and then still stuck on a couch that I can't even force myself to get up off of. I understand. So here's what I can share with you. If you are aware of your abilities, if you are aware of whether it's psychic abilities, mediumship, healing abilities, creative abilities, whether it's through singing, through art, through painting, through dancing, it does not matter what it is. If you are aware of this ascension, if you are aware of this expansion of this new earth energy, if you are aware that humanity is moving out of the dark ages into the light, and you believe that you are a part of this, then my dear children, my dear brothers and sisters, my dear loved ones, light beings, the time is near. For those who have already created their paradise, their promised land, their heaven on earth, it is almost time to experience it in the physical. And for many of you, you think you are right now, and this is true to a small extent. However, very few people on this planet right now are experiencing their true physical manifestations of heaven on earth. And if you are one of these beings, and if this is true to your core, that you believe this fully, then be that example for others. Please do not go out and convince people and force people and try to talk them into things. Just be it. Your vibrations alone of that energy is enough to entrain your city, your state, your country, and the globe in itself. So in this moment, you're saying in 31 days, less than 31 days, you're going from no money, no job, no income. You have all these beautiful gifts to offer others. Many people have benefited along your journey. How can you be so certain that yours is coming? And this is where, again, I tell you, I feel it to my core. Because when I close my eyes, even I keep my eyes open, but I close my eyes and I reach into my heart and I just feel in. If I have other opportunities to go and get jobs elsewhere, and I have places that are opening up their homes, when I tune in, it feels like, yes, that'd be a beautiful experience. However, there's something even more for you. Hold out just a little bit longer. Wait just a little bit more. The signs have shown you to stay here. If you leave, it will be a beautiful experience. It may not be your divine experience, but if you choose that way, then the divine will create itself in a way that will allow that to unfold. And it will just change the course of your future path. Or, as many of you have found out, you'll be blocked. You'll do everything possible to go a certain direction, and the universe will not let you go there. Why? Because it's not for your highest good. So again, every day I wake up and say, God, use this body, use this vessel, use this vehicle. Allow me to be an open channel for your divine love in whatever way you see fit. And my food, my nutrition has been very wishy-washy. Sometimes greasy foods, sometimes fatty foods, sometimes an abundance of beautiful, healthy, nutritious foods, sometimes no food at all, sometimes I go a day or two without food. And again, blind faith is believing in the unseen. So on a vibrational level, I know what I've created with my mind, with my intentions, with my inspired actions. When I first started this journey 3 years ago, December, well, let's say, yeah, pretty much 3 years ago, 3 or 4, whenever it was, 2012, 12, 13, 14, yes, almost 3 years. I was very clueless about my intuition, and I was contacting 1 or 2 people consistently. Hey, what are the angels saying about this? What are the masters saying about this? What does God want me to do here? And they were assisting me, but they were also empowering me to hear myself, which is what I offer others. Now, it's so crystal clear. If it's not inspired, I don't take action. Why? Because the universe is not lining up in the highest and best way for that to take its fruition. So either I wait until it's inspired, or I put my energies elsewhere until something lights up. And it's beautiful, because there are some moments that I'll have 5 or 6 things light up and I choose which one. There are other times nothing is lighting up. I set the intentions for it, and then I go within. And this is where my beautiful, our beautiful brother Yeshua shares. When you have asked for something, and it's not even with your physical words, it's more with your heart space. When you have asked, the Creator has answered, and then nothing lines up, this is where I just go within and either allow an inspiration to come so I can take action, or allow the universe to recreate itself and formulate what I've already asked and what the Creator has already said yes to. So, a little bit of tangent, as my really dear friend Buddha would say. At the same time, it's just a beautiful experience to show you that if you are struggling and you are aware of this new earth energy, this awakening, the ascension, then that means you are exactly where you're meant to be. And if you're looking for intuition and you're unsure if you're clear, reach out to me. Reach out to someone, whoever you feel guided or connected to. We're all here assisting each other in different ways. The best I can share with you is, if you were meant to do more, somehow, some way, you would be guided to it. And if you ignore it long enough, it will be so much in your face that you almost have to fight it or move towards it, because it is very, very clear. Everything in the universe is supporting your highest and best good. Everything in the universe is guiding you to physically experience what you have already created vibrationally, which is your heaven on earth. And the more you forgive, the more you love, the more you let go, the more you're in your joy, the more you experience it. So, in this universe, in this one verse, we all are singing our unique tones, our vibrations. Everybody's vibration is in direct harmony with the universe. Did you hear that? Whether you are angry, fighting, murdering people, whether you are in complete bliss and peace, it doesn't matter if you're the lowest of the low of energies, the highest of the high of energies, you are harmonizing the collective whole. So we take these denser energies of rage and anger and depression and all of this, and we use that as a catalyst for growth. Because if we did not experience that, how could we ask for more? So what happens? As one individual moves from rage up the vibrational scale, the entire collective whole moves up the vibrational scale. So this is not a journey. This is not a race. This is a process of remembering our truth. Can you feel that? I can actually feel that. I can feel it. As I'm moving through my experience with every thought and every emotion, it is literally entraining the entire collective humanity and all the inhabitants of the earth, really, to those vibrations of love and peace and light and harmony. So you could not do it wrong if you tried your hardest. You're still arriving. You're still awakening. You're still remembering. The question is, are you kicking and screaming, or are you enjoying it? Are you caught up in the story, or are you sitting back, observing and saying, wow, that's interesting? You are in direct harmony with the Creator's divine plan. What you choose to experience in the next moment, and the moment after that, and the moment after that, will ultimately create your reality and the reality of the collective. So most likely, if you're watching this video, there's a part of you who knows you're here for a bigger reason. So what if you can stop trying so hard? Stop working so much. Stop forcing things and just say, okay, for the next 90 days, I'm going to truly let go, follow whatever my joy is. And in the energies of joy, every inspired action I could ever ask for will show up. And if my bills aren't being paid, there's a reason. If I'm breaking up with someone, or let's say if I'm ending a relationship with someone or something, there's a reason. If somebody takes something from me, or if it breaks, or if it just disappears out of my reality, there's a reason. I'm going to let it go because it served its purpose. If that energy, specific energy, comes back into my awareness, into my life, it's back for a reason. Because now I believe and fully in my heart that whatever's in my life and whatever I experience through myself and others, it is to assist me in remembering my truth so that I can create my heaven on earth so that others could remember theirs. No idea how long this video has been going on. I'd like to take a moment before I end this video and just breathe in your love and breathe out my love for you. I will end this video saying, in every moment of your existence, you are exactly who you're meant to be. In every moment in this physical plane, in every single moment, I could not ask for anything more of you. I would not ask for anything more of you. And I choose not to ask anything more of you. For every moment, whatever choice you make, you are also the reason why I am shining my light in this world. You are also the reason why I am so clear on my inner guidance, my intuition, my gut feeling. You are also the reason why I walk this planet in a physical body with the faith of Jesus Christ, the peace of Gandhi, the wisdom, the balance, the understanding of Buddha. You are the reason why I feel so much love for all beings, like Princess Diana and Mother Teresa. You are the reason why I chose to experience the most dense, difficult, painful experiences a human could ever ask for, so that I could experience its opposites. You are the reason that I am here. So thank you, truly, from the deepest part of my soul to the part of yours that knows this is true. I'm sending each and every one of you a rainbow hug, a rainbow kiss, and a little bit of speckle dust to add some magic, some blessings, and what some call miraculous events to occur for you. May you enjoy the love that I feel for you. And may you enjoy this beautiful, interactive world we call the human experience. Blessings and namaste.